Mangaru's Tutoring Services, Mathematics Classes.
Quadrilaterals. What is a quadrilateral? A quadrilateral is a four-sided polygon. But what is a polygon? A polygon is a 2D shape. Another name for 2D shape is plane shape or flat shape. And these shapes have three or more sides, and their sides are straight lines. In describing the quadrilaterals, we will talk about four main properties. These properties will help us differentiate or distinguish the different quadrilaterals. So we are not going to mention that they have four sides or four angles, because all quadrilaterals have these properties. Instead, we are going to be more specific. So the four properties are: 1. The length of their sides. Are all of the sides equal? Are all of the sides different? Or are the opposite sides equal? Number 2, angles. Are all of the angles equal to 90 degrees? Do we have any acute angles or obtuse angles? Are the opposite angles equal? Do we have four 90-degree angles? Number 3, the amount of pairs of parallel sides. So parallel lines, I would hope at this point that you know what parallel lines are, but let's briefly recap. Parallel lines are simply lines that go in the same direction. They maintain an equal distance apart, and they go in the same direction. We can use arrows to show the direction of the parallel lines. So normally a quadrilateral will have either 0 pairs of parallel sides, 1 pair of parallel sides, or 2 pairs. Remember, 2 pairs are 4, and the most a quadrilateral can have is 4 sides. So 2 pairs would be the maximum and 0 the minimum. And lastly, lines of symmetry. If lines of symmetry is new to you, please see our video on lines of symmetry before you continue this video. So we have an example. A square has 4 lines of symmetry. Here we have an acronym for the 4 properties. LAPS. This may be an easy way for persons to remember the properties. Let's start with a square. So we can see that the properties are illustrated in the drawing, and each property is color coded. So all sides are equal. These orange dashes tells us, the dashes on the side tells us that all sides are equal. Next, all angles are equal to 90 degrees. So of course the angles are on the corner. In this case they are purple. We can see that they are right angles. The small boxes on the corners show that they are 90-degree angles or right angles. It has 2 pairs of parallel sides. So we can see that the arrows show that the sides are parallel. So we have 2 vertical lines here. These 2 lines are parallel. That's 1 pair. And then we have another pair going across, and they're illustrated by double arrows to show that it's parallel but another set of parallel lines. Next we have 4 lines of symmetry. So the lines of symmetry is drawn in green. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, quadrilateral, the rectangle. A rectangle has 2 short equal sides Notice that the long sides, we have a double dash to differentiate from the short sides, or to show that it's a different length from the short side. Then we have all angles are equal to 90 degrees. It has two pairs of parallel sides. So one pair, two pairs. Notice we have the arrows showing the pairs of parallel sides. And lastly, two lines of symmetry. 1, 2. Now we have the parallelogram. So the parallelogram comes from the root word parallel. Right? We can see that the opposite sides are parallel. One pair, two pairs. We can also see that the opposite angles are equal. We have two obtuse angles being equal and two acute angles that are equal. So the parallelogram is kind of like a shifted rectangle. The opposite sides are equal in length, not just parallel but also equal in length. And there are 0 lines of symmetry. Next, we have the rhombus. So a rhombus is like a shifted square as well. All the sides are the same length, or all the sides are equal. This is demonstrated by the short dashes on the side. Opposite angles are equal. We have two obtuse equal angles and two acute equal angles. We have one pair of parallel sides here and another pair here. So that's two pairs of parallel sides. It has two lines of symmetry. Next we have the kite. The kite has two short equal sides and two long equal sides. It has one pair of opposite angles being equal and one line of symmetry. The diagonals intersect at 90 degrees. A trapezium. Here we have 3 different types of trapeziums. What is common with all of them is that all of them have one pair of parallel sides. So the first trapezium, we can see that we can have 2 equal angles, and that will give us one line of symmetry. These 2 sides will be equal as well. The second one has 2 90-degree angles, and the third one has no 90-degree angles or no equal sides or angles.
Thank you for watching. If you have found this video to be helpful, please feel free to contact us for more information about our classes.